Alright guys, we're back with another video today. So at the time of recording, it's 2 weeks after the Oz National. It was an incredible show. We had a ton of pickups. I was able to catch up with a lot of people that support the channel, so I do appreciate you guys. We're going to be running through the pickups that I had at the Oz National. Some of them have already moved, so I can't show every single thing that I bought or traded for. And then we also have some other pickups that I've purchased over the last couple of weeks. A lot of stuff still coming in. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So I'm not going to be the best when it comes to remembering values, just because, yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. I can't be bothered trying to look up all the values that I paid for all these sorts of cards. But we'll go through what I kind of remember from them. So first up, I'm going to give a shout out to my man Marshall Collectibles. I had a MJ/LeBron game worn jersey card. So we did, a lot of people inquired about the card. They were offering a little bit less. I ended up taking on $500 cash plus this T-Mac on-card autograph. Yeah, I just kind of want to make up the value. I think, you know, initially when I first started setting up at card shows a couple of years ago, I was very reluctant on trades. I never kind of saw the point of it. I was like, what's the point in trades? But sometimes trades do work out when it comes to like locking in profit, locking in cash. So in my case, I locked in $500 cash when it cost me $500 to get that card, the MJ LeBron card. And then I get this on top of that. So basically I'm getting this card for free. Whatever I resell this one for is my profit on the MJ LeBron card. So really nice card. T-Mac is signing a little bit more lately, but his autos do tend to go quite well. I picked up this card from, I think he's a viewer of the channel. I don't know if you are, but he came to the table a couple of times. This CJ Miles Exquisite Rookie RPA. Paid $40 for it. That's literally the last comp for it. It's something, you know, I've been trying to have at shows. Look, being a collector when I was younger, I know there's a lot of anxiety, you know, a lot of worry in terms of like trying to sell your cards to adults. It's quite intimidating. I've dealt with that before in the past and, you know, not been successful at it. So within reason, if a young collector comes up to the table and it's a card that I can resell at the same price, or, you know, if it's like $5 or $10, I'm happy to give them the money for that card just so they can buy another card. And also feel happy about themselves having that achievement of selling a card, because again, I know that feeling myself. Even as an adult, I still have that feeling sometimes when I sell cards. So if it's something little like that that can make their day, I'm happy to take that on. But yeah, I'll send this one just straight into consignment. CJ Miles, solid dunker for the Utah Jazz, exquisite. It's a nice set, and an RPA, $40. I mean, I think at worst I'll sell it for $30, cop a $10 loss. At best, it could go for more than $40. It's a nice set regardless. So we'll see how it does go. Next one up, I'll give a shout out to my man, Matthew. Great name. I picked up these two cards. We did a bit of a cash deal plus a case as well. So it was trade plus cash. It was trade for a case plus cash. So I gave him a little bit of cash plus a case as well. Picked up these two cards, Allen Iverson on-card autograph from Contenders, as well as a Julius Randle flawless 3-color patch auto. Really nice cards here. Like, I'm happy to take on trades, even though I am sold out of the 3 and the 4-row cases at the moment. But happy to take on trades for cards that are relatively liquid or nicer cards. I think at times I've been offered cards where I've lost money on it and I haven't been as picky, and I was like, all right, let's just get $120 value here. But then it was like 20 cards to make up that value, and it was just effort in me selling it. So I'm just being picky when it comes to cards that I do have for cases. So the Randall and Iverson autos were included there. Also had this Julius Erving. So I did a trade for the KD rookie auto. I got a little bit of cash, was able to get the Devin Booker downtown, traded that with my man Andy, who's a Devin Booker collector, and he gave me a bunch of cards, a bunch of really nice liquid cards. Most of them have all sold. The only one that hasn't sold is this Julius Erving Crown Royale out of 11 on-card auto, still sealed, Panini sealed. Really nice card. There was also like a Larry Bird, a Hakeem Olajuwon Noir Spotlight signatures. There was one more card as well that I'm forgetting, but yeah, just again, was never a big fan of trades, but again, was able to lock down money, lock down cards that I was able to move on, versus trading or trying to sell one big card. In the end, I actually ended up losing out on the card because I ended up comping it or valuing it. So I ended up buying it around 1,000 value. I ended up trading it at about 12 to 1,300 value off the top of my head. And then I've looked at comps recently and there's a sale for like 1,800, 1,900. So I've lost myself another $600 there. The KD market's just kind of gone nuts over the last month. but that's okay. We're still able to, you know, make money on that card and then get some cards for trade. And then I don't know if you guys saw towards the end of that trade for that KD rookie order from the vlog, but he did offer me some cards as well. I didn't really show it too well, but these are the cards that he offered. I didn't even look at values, but he just knew that I was a Lin collector. I know he has watched some of the videos, but Lin, you know, these are Lin Select game worn jerseys. You might think they're not worth much. They're actually like $20 to $25 a pop. So, I mean, just for the PC, he just knew how to appeal to me. It was really, really smart of him, actually. Another Jeremy Lin T-Mac game worn jersey. We have a Yao triple jersey here, blue select numbered. So this card in itself, so like when he bartered with me or when he negotiated with me, he said he basically took off $75 off the price that I had if he included these cards as well. He was like very collector driven, and I like that about him. But like this card in itself, I didn't even look at comps because I was just like, I can kind of tell what these cards are worth. But this one, the Jeremy Lin out of 5, it's actually comped at like $150 to $200. So like in itself, like I've made up like triple the value of the $75 that we negotiated down for, if you want me to be transparent. But yeah, like it's just going to be into the PC that I'll keep, you know, a Jeremy Lin certified jersey. Some nice cards here. He really knew how to appeal to me. I guess maybe a keynote if you ever want to trade with me and you want to negotiate down a price, bring some cards that I do PC, because you never know, it might actually work out in your favor. Another deal that I did, shout out to Blake, him and his dad came down from South Australia. I bought this and an Antonio Gates flawless patch auto. I did end up signing that Gates flawless patch auto. I actually bought a lot of NFL at the Oz National, and actually, I don't know, I feel like it's a sport that people are a bit more lenient with when it comes to their prices because it's harder for them to sell. I'm fine with picking it up because I'm about to head away to the States. So I feel like people are a bit easy on their prices. I feel like I can't pay as strong unless it's a really, really nice card. But this Dirk Nowitzki Spectra on-card order, it is still Panini sealed out of 25. Really nice card here. I've already sold the Gates, so this one is just the last card left in that lot. And then, like I said, I did pick up a bunch of NFL from people. You would have seen, I bought this T. Higgins Contenders auto. Probably not the best timing. Joe Burrow's injured. I also bought this Sauce Gardner 3-color patch auto. Still Panini sealed as well. Got this one in a trade for a case, so he paid me cash plus this card for that. Shout out to Chinese Gambino on Instagram. We traded, I traded a Terrence Shannon Jr. Court Kings rookie auto plus cash for this Joe Namath jersey sticker auto card. So this one's interesting as well. We didn't really know how to comp it. It's out of 5. It is game worn material. So that's where I'm kind of like, you know, there might be a little bit of potential here being game worn material. It's a sticker auto, which is a little bit annoying, but we kind of valued this at around $200 for the card itself. So obviously in the trade, that did help him out because he did say he wasn't into NFL. We also had the Garrett Wilson Optic Contenders auto, which you guys would have seen in the vlog. And then one that I didn't show on the vlog itself. So I paid $225 for this one. Like, the purple ink is slightly harder to find from Elite. So you have the blue ink, the black ink. I think the purple ink's one of the rarer ones. So Jalen Hurts, I really like the Eagles. I think the Eagles, you know, they're 4-0, but like, I don't think they're really trying. And Jalen Hurts hasn't really had the greatest start to the season, but I just don't think they really care. It's like you win a championship, you win a Super Bowl, you know you can coast in the season and then just show up in the playoffs. Or the Super Bowl. So I paid $225 for this. So, I mean, the comps are a little bit higher. It's great PSA authentic, but if you can see there, that corner is no good at all. So I'm kind of calling this like a PSA 7, PSA 8. I think I'm just going to try and, you know, bring it to America and sell it there. It's a really nice card. Like, purple ink as well. I think, even worst case, I hold it a little bit longer. It's an on-card auto. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's won a Super Bowl as well, obviously. So really nice card. I just didn't show this one in the vlog itself. I wasn't able to record every single thing. But yeah, that corner is just a little bit messed up, which is a little bit annoying. But, you know, I think in the PSA slab, it does help it a little bit. But yeah, let's run through all the other pickups. So we have these pickups here I've purchased over the last couple of weeks, totaling just under $5,000. So some really nice cards here. Let's go to the first one. This one actually arrived before the Oz National. I would not sell it in the near future. I think it's something I want to kind of hold a bit more longer. You might be thinking like Willis Reed, who's that flawless on-card order out of 10. What's the point of holding it? But Willis Reed he passed away a couple of years ago. New York Knicks legend. We think about the fan base of the New York Knicks, you know, very passionate. Willis Reed won 2 championships with the Knicks. They haven't won many championships at all in the last, you know, in their recent history. But Willis Reed, he is a Knicks legend. For those that don't know, there's a massive story. You can even look it up on YouTube, but he actually tore his thigh, his quad muscle, wasn't projected to play, and then you just see him running on the court. He ends up scoring the first 4 points of the game on Wilt Chamberlain. So a cult figure for the New York Knicks, and then obviously cult figure, also won a couple of MVPs, the finals MVPs for the Knicks. So I paid $150 for this. I think, you know, for him being not alive anymore, I think long term, I think people want like a Willis Reed flawless auto. So something I'll just kind of keep in the back pocket. I probably won't showcase it at all, but just a really nice card. Next bunch of cards up. What did I pay for this? I think I paid just over $500 for it. We have a Dirk Nowitzki flawless patch. So the unfortunate thing with this one is we've got a crease here and then we've got another crease here. So probably actually bring most of these cards to Dallas. Not that I've been picking up these cards on purpose. I think I've just had a lot of Dallas collectors selling to me. But Dirk Nowitzki flawless game 1 patch. Oh my God, this guy, he gives me nightmares. JJ Barea flawless 3-color patch. On-card auto out of 15. Really nice card. Another JJ Barea out of 10. Immaculate, you know, jumbo patch. On-card autograph. Tyson Chandler out of 5, flawless patch auto, really nice card. Don't really see too many of his signatures out there. And then this card, the Luka Doncic from Optic Contenders International, gold out of 10. So comps on this vary a little bit, but I think I can make a little bit of money on this lot itself. But the Luka Doncic Optic Gold Contenders, I was going to say auto, but it's not an auto, unfortunately. All right, the next bunch of cards. So a little bit of a story behind here. I ran a Facebook sale, was selling a Trae Young Kaboom. I actually had it up for $750. I think I priced it a little bit too high. The Kaboom market can be kind of hit and miss at the moment. But I ended up negotiating with a guy named Kobe. He ended up offering me $500. I counted at like $550. He agreed at $520 in the end. And throughout that whole period we were negotiating and I agreed on the deal, someone had actually offered me $600 via DM that I didn't actually see. So I missed out on the lot because I've obviously said deal and whatever like that. I told Kobe, I was just like, I've missed out on $80 here. But he ended up throwing me in these cards along with the cash. So I do appreciate you, Kobe, for doing that for me. Toumani Camara, Optic, out of 99, Fast Break Purple. We have the Red Wave, Camara, Pink, Pink, and Pink. So he threw in these 5 cards of Toumani Camara just to kind of, make it up to me. He also made it up to me by actually meeting up around my area, even though he's not from my area at all. So they actually made up a fair bit for me. So I was happy to actually lose that $80 in the end. Next card up, we have a Dwight Freeney. Shout out to my man Darren from Melbourne Cartel. I actually got this from someone else who obviously probably packed it in their repack. Spectra on-card autograph out of 2. So it is that Nebula sort of background, but it's out of 2. Out of 2 on-card auto. Paid $90 for this one. I saw an out of 2 sticker going for $130. So I thought, if the sticker's going for $130, surely this one goes for a little bit more than that. So we'll see how that one goes. Again, I'll probably bring this one to America as well. We next up have a Green Bay Packers lot here. So this lot's really nice. I think I paid, I've gone blank. I think I paid $400 or $500 on this. So a bunch of nice cards here. So he actually was selling these two for $100 each. Brett Favre, notable nicknames, on-card order from National Treasures, and then limited out of 10. So both of these were out of 10, out of 10, out of 99, $100 each. I think the Brett Favre on-card auto market is slightly above that. So I think this will be very nice flips. We also have this one here, the Paul Hornung. I don't know who he is, but it's an on-card auto, game-worn jersey out of 5. I've heard of him before, but yeah, don't know too much about him. Elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 1986. But I mean, when it's actually a game-worn card from that era, surely it's worth a little bit. So really cool card. And then the last one was an Almond Green NT 2-color patch out of 10 sticker auto. It is game worn material. I'll bring all these cards into America because I think it's either that or I send them into consignment. Maybe I could hold one of the Brett Favres for myself or have locally, because Green Bay do have a pretty loyal fan base, but I think I'll just try and cash it out in America. All right, the next bunch of cards. So I paid $1,200, just under $1,200 for these. So this one's a really cool card. Shout out to Jono. He ran a Facebook sale, live sale on his group, Sports Card Addicts Australia. This one I can remember the values of these because they're all relatively recent. It was about 3-4 days ago. So Tim Duncan, this one is very sneaky. So I paid $500 for it. On the live sale, I was trying to negotiate. I was at $400, I went to $450. He had it at $500, and then he's like, I want $500. I'm pretty firm. Fair play. Sometimes you try to ask a little bit less and just see, and sometimes it can lose you out on a deal. But on this card, I thought it had too much potential for me to lose out, $50 or $100 on it and, try and be cheap on it. But this is a really nice card. First year courtside gold from Select as well. So out of 10, he did say it was grade worthy. So I'll have a look. I haven't sent a card into grading for at least a year. The interesting thing with this one, so the last sale for this one raw was $400, I think it was about $500 actually in May. But a PSA 9 from the same year, not the courtside, the concourse, sold on alt for about $1,100. So that's the concourse. This is the courtside. So if this gets a PSA 9, you got to assume it's like a $1,500 card. And if it's grade worthy, yeah, I was thinking about doing a quick flip on this, but I actually think I'm going to send this one into grading. If it does look good, I don't have the best grading eye, but if it does look good, I'm going to send it into grading. It's a gorgeous card, first year courtside. When you look at these cards that will probably hold up better long term, it's these first year inserts of, nice cards, courtsides, kabooms, downtowns, all that sort of stuff. I think of a player as nice as Tim Duncan, who's a top 10, top 15 player of all time. I think for $500, I was willing to take that gamble. So really, really nice card there. Next up, $100 for this one, Victor Wembanyama, the honeycomb. So this is actually new in Mosaic basketball, but in football, it's been going on for the last few years. But the honeycombs in football are case hits. They're actually, I think they're slightly rarer than Genesis from what I know. Don't quote me on that. But in basketball, they're completely new. And I don't think people know that they are case hits. So Wemby, second year case hit of Wemby. Really nice card. I mean, you're going from Tim Duncan to Victor Wembanyama. Just the Spurs have been blessed with big men for years. So really nice card. Next one up, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. This is the Stars and Stripes out of 30. He's now on the Atlanta Hawks from off the top of my head, but out of 30, this one was $300. So I just paid full price for it. I thought it was a really nice card. Nickeil's a solid player. Obviously, Shai's cousin. God, this card, there should be a story behind it, but I paid $125 for this one. Cam Reddish, this NT-RPA, I'll put it on screen, but at its high point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a $2,000 to $3,000 card. Nowadays, it's $125. I think it should go for a little bit more than that. People still want to collect these players that, obviously didn't do so well in the NBA, but had incredible college, high school careers. There's a video of Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, saying who was the hardest player to guard in college, or it was high school, I actually can't remember off the top of my head. I think he did have a bit of hesitation actually, but he did say Cam Reddish. And a lot of people said Cam Reddish, so it's just crazy to see where he is now. He's in the Lithuanian basketball league at the moment, but $125 is a chunky patch. He's actually signed a big auto here compared to his little one that he has done in the past. So really, really nice card to have there. And the last card here, Kevin Durant. On-card auto from Optic, still Panini sealed. This one was $200. So I think the total value of this lot I ended up paying was $1,200 in the end. Really cool cards that I picked up in that live auction from Jono. Next one up, we talked about the Kabooms being iconic, with Panini losing their license. So I paid $750 for this. This is first year Kaboom, Paul Pierce. This is probably one of the cheaper Kabooms that you could find for the first year Kaboom. you know, namely Paul Pierce compared to the other players that are featured in it probably aren't. Yeah, I mean, he's still an all-time player, but he's also in his Nets uniform. If it was in his Boston uniform, I reckon this would be, you know, 4-figure card easily. I think this potentially still could be a 4-figure card. So I think in America they pay stronger on case hits. So the plan with this one, again, bring it into America, try and cash it out there, because, you know, there they pay 95% on case hits. And if we can find a more recent comp, because there's nothing recent since the Kaboom market's kind of flown up in the last couple months of a raw Paul Pierce Kaboom. If we can get a recent comp to come up, then my $750 will look quite safe there. Quite safe. So Paul Pierce, first year Kaboom. I think these are the cards that you also don't worry about holding long term. Next card up, so did a deal here privately on Instagram. So I paid $600, no, $700 total. Again, I can't remember. I should know this because this is actually one of the more recent purchases. So Dwayne Wade Kaboom PSA 8. I mean, annoying it's in a PSA 8 itself, but a really nice card. You know, all-time player again, Dwayne Wade, one of the best shooting guards of all time. PSA 8 Kaboom. We have Christian Koloko, who's on a 2-way contract from on the Lakers at the moment. Actually got released from the Raptors. I think he had some heart conditions, unfortunately, but flawless RPA, 3-color patch, game worn. You know, flawless being the only set in rookie years to feature game worn patches or jerseys of players when they're rookies. And then the last card here, Vince Carter. This is a cool card. I think, again, this will go well in Dallas. Not on purpose, but BGS 8.5, you know, 3-color patch, 2-color patch from Orlando. I completely forgot he played on Orlando. Dallas patch as well. He also played on Memphis, Atlanta, like teams I've just completely forgotten about. Tie-dye patch here, BGS 8.5. Really, really nice card here of Vince Carter. So those bunch of cards were recently purchased. All right, so we have a couple more purchases to go through. So Baker Mayfield, shout out to my man Lockie, Primetime Sports Cards. We had this Baker Mayfield. So I actually got offered this card at like $200 last year from Henry's NBA Cards. He bought it from Fast Break. Now I've paid $300 to Lockie for it. So the thing with this card, obviously, it's really, really nice. It's player-worn used material. Baker Mayfield, obviously, like, playing well for the Buccaneers, still sealed, but this one is jersey numbered. The non-jersey numbered out of 20 lasts off at 320, so I paid $300 for this one. Lockie said he was happy to send it to consignment, but I was like, I'll take the risk on and bring it to America. So being jersey numbered, being out of 10, kind of valuing this at around 400, so we hopefully can get a minor little flip there, but, you know, Baker Mayfield, if the Buccaneers keep going well, then it'll be something that, you know, will go up slowly. But yeah, I really do like him. I think that whole Baker circle that we used to talk about, where he would go poorly and then come up, and then when he was at the top and safe, he'd drop back down. I think that is gone now, and he just seems to be a consistent and really nice quarterback. All right, last bunch of cards. So shout out to my man Nathan, NBZ Cards. Paid $350 for these cards. He also threw in some extra ones. So he threw in this CJ Stroud, Fanatics Green Cracked Ice, the James Harden Euphoria, Origins out of 99. So threw that one in. I'll try and see if there's anything else he threw in. He threw in these two actually as well. Benny Snell Jr. Canvas PSA 10, and he also threw in the Chet ICG 95 Blue Select. So shout out to you, Nathan, for throwing these ones in. Really do appreciate it. But the $350 purchase was for these cards. So the Larry Bird Blue Sparkle out of 144. Franz Wagner here, Optic on-card auto. Really nice card. Alejandro Garnacho, don't know too much about him, but Topps Chrome out of 99. I thought it was an on-card auto, but it is not an on-card auto. 70 out of 99. Justin Herbert, clearly Donruss out of 25. Really nice card. I actually sold him my on-card Immaculate Auto of Herbert, and now I've bought a sticker auto off him. So kind of gone down in that way, but regardless, it all works out. I'm giving him some cash anyways. And then we have the Justin Herbert Prism PSA 9 there to end off what I purchased from Nathan. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A lot of pickups, a lot of stories behind it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like button down below, comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't subscribed already. And yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.